Hey, you guys, on today's show, I have some funny examples of not necessarily liberal white women, although there's a couple, but liberal women showing that ass and making us they can't help themselves. So stick around for that today on the Angela Box Show.
Hello, my name is Angela Box. Show your fucking money.
Okay, liberal white women. Let's get to this one real quick. Liberal white women are like, as per usual, doing so much with so little. Okay, and they are freaking. They are freaking out in a way that is really quite extraordinary. Like, they've been ratcheted up to such a degree because the media. I mentioned this in an earlier segment. 93% of the media is negative about what ICE is doing, what Border Patrol is doing. So these liberal white women are all up in their feelings because, I mean, and the trannies with their estrogen surges, okay, they are all up in their feelings, getting in the faces of ICE, thinking that nothing's going to happen to them because they're a girl. And it's like, I don't think so, sis. AKA ask Renee Good how that worked out for her. You effed around and you found out. Well, they've just ratcheted everything up to such a crazy extent that there's this one story of a unhinged liberal white woman that assaults a conservative journalist in broad daylight in Philadelphia on a bus with pepper spray. Roll that clip.
You talk shit about Islamic people, you talk shit about black people, you talk shit about Mexicans, and you post it on the internet.
Come here. What am I? Oh, she doesn't want to be on camera now. Why not? Whoa. I'll record. All right. Good. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? I mean, you're so big. What am I?
Oh, are you still gonna film me?
Whoa, don't do that. Whoa. How am I back? Whoa! She missed. She got the back of my head with pepper spray. That was interesting. She's still there.
Fuck you! And
why?
Fuck the shit that you do.
She's coming back. You're gonna get fucking. Okay, so her name's Paulina. Paulina Reyes.
There she is. You want to wait? You want to hang out for the cops?
She's coming back. Yeah, she's gonna wait for the cops.
Racist,
She's coming
you're
back.
fascist, and you fucking harass people.
You want to hang?
That's your fucking problem.
You want to hang out for the cops?
How am I a racist?
You want to hang out?
How are you racist? How are you racist? Come on the fucking internet.
Whoa.
Go and see.
Why are you so mad?
Why? Because you talk shit about Islamic people, you talk shit about black people, you talk shit about Mexicans, and you post it on the internet.
Come here. Right here. You good?
Second pepper spray, baby. Better than ever. If you would like to contribute so we can get a car and not get harassed on buses, surgemedia.us. All contributions are appreciated. We're never going to stop. They can pepper spray me, they can mace me all they want. I will never stop. But it's a beautiful day here in Philadelphia. And yeah, I guess that happens every once in a while.
I mean, it's absolutely insane.
So Trump is bringing back insane asylums. This is amazing news for us regular people out here in the world.
The audacity to think that nothing's going to happen to me. Well, they are in Philadelphia, and I mean, nothing's going to happen to her. The DA won't press charges. I mean, this is where it's getting dangerous because we are continuing to see a two-tiered system of justice, okay? If anybody in MAGA, for example, decided to storm a black church, let's say, and start screaming about whatever, about building the wall or whatever.
You're not coming in. You're not coming in. Simple as that. You're not coming in to our sacred spaces. You're not coming in.
Why not? Why can't I come in?
Because I said you're not. You're here. You won't see what it means.
We were trying to come to the event. They denied us entry. They have a human wall.
Do you not think that every single one of those people, like in January 6th, would have been rounded up and thrown into jail, thrown into dungeon, and throw away the key? Obviously, that's what happened. But Pam Bondi, for whatever reason, and is just, I don't know, just real busy going on Fox News and having conversations with Hannity and whomever. I mean, instead of like doing her job, as we all wait for the arrests, okay? But this kind of crap needs to stop. It needs to stop because the left has been ratcheted up to a huge degree that they are becoming extremely dangerous. Now, let me introduce you to this little X person, Twitter person named Mitra, okay? Mitra is a leftist, and she wants you to know that her pronouns are she, her, and, she's just out here promoting socialism, and isn't it great? So she put some tweet up the other day, and I'm going to paraphrase it, but I'll put it on the screen here. She basically was like, I am just so disheartened about how mean and angry and terrible MAGA is. Like, they're the most horrible people in the world, and basically the world would be so much better without them in it. And then, we need to remember our common humanity, and then everybody starts going through her feed and finds this tweet from after when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And it was like, this you? And she said, Charlie Kirk got what he deserved. Okay, let me step back and miss the lightning, Mitra. I mean, she's a typical liberal white woman, even though she's Persian, and I guess her family came from Iran, but she's an effing idiot, okay? She's got her little, Soviet kerchief on with her big old schnoz that takes over the entire screen. And look, I normally wouldn't make fun of someone's look. Wait, what am I saying? Of course I will. Especially if she's a liberal white woman. And I've said this before, that I think 95% of all nose jobs are unnecessary. This heifer could use a little schnoz job, okay? Anyway, she's terrible, and everyone just lit this heifer up. Like, you cannot imagine the ratio of everybody now going through her feed and just dunking on her. It's great. It's actually a beautiful thing. It gives me hope and humanity. And one poster said something like, you're such a dumbass, you don't seem to realize, first of all, socialism, communism has never worked ever, but Mitra over there is going to crack the code on socialism. Not only that, but like 70% of the world thinks you're just terrible, okay? Thinks you and your side are literally the worst things on planet Earth and are the reason that we can't have nice things, okay? That and the Republicans in the Senate are the reason we can't have nice things. And the House, who am I kidding? Anyway, Mitra got her ass handed to her, which was great. We must march forward in the quest to normalize ugly women and morbid obesity and gaslighting of the world. So over in Wales, and this was trending on Twitter. I was like, why is Wales trending? And I just immediately thought it was about the Prince and Princess of Wales. Something to do with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and it wasn't. It was about, y'all. There is a woman named Athika, and it fits. Athika something, shamalama ding dong yabba dabba doo. Some Muslim girl in a full burqa, okay? Full burqa, but her face is showing, unfortunately. And this is the kind of situation where I feel like a Larry David burqa could have been employed. Remember that Curb Your Enthusiasm episode, that really funny episode, where I think it was what's her name? One of the Zappa girls was playing this Muslim, this fundamentalist Muslim, and she was covered in head to toe with a burqa.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but let's give it a shot. I'm a little concerned about the weather.
I got an umbrella, it's all right.
Okay. Just be cash.
Hello.
Oh, Bruce, hello.
Lottie.
Hi.
Michael.
This is Michael.
I am indeed.
You're beautiful.
Larry was going to set her up with his blind friend, and then the burqa flies off during a storm or something, and her face is shown. It's like, let me put it this way. this fat ass, she should have had her whole face covered. So let me roll the clip of Athika, who is like the health minister over in Wales, telling young girls how to do it. Roll that clip.
A person who is from ethnic minority background, some communities it's actually taboo to, and it's quite a sensitive topic to talk about. So if you're not being able to learn about these things through the medium of school, then where do you learn? And I wish when I was in school we were, they teach us in Welsh back about, how to apply for a bank account and how to, get a job. But what about things like how to check if, do a breast exam? How do I know if, signs of cervical cancer, screenings, when am I supposed to get those? The things that are going to prolong my life, So why don't we teach these things before we teach, how to get a job? Because if I'm not living long enough, how am I going to get a job?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. She's disgusting, okay? She's disgusting. She's clearly been indoctrinated in this idea of body positivity and fat acceptance. And I don't know, I just came out this way. I don't know why I'm 300 pounds. It's like, have her please, okay? You're doing too much, but everyone's coming for her too. And the thing that's wild is that everyone's like, this has got to be AI, right? And it's like, no, this is 100% real. So that was really funny. And then we've got our lovely and very, what's the word I'm looking for? Grateful, kind, very humble former First Lady, Big Mike. Big Mike, who famously a few weeks ago was telling everyone, you white ladies, the reason we straighten our hair is because of you. It's because of the white beauty standards. It's like, bitch, you've been out of the White House for 8 years or whatever, and you're still straightening your hair. Could it possibly be because you like the way it looks? Oh, no. It's Whitey telling you to do it. I mean, it's so stupid. She's literally on interviews talking about how white people, you better not talk about our hair. You better not touch our hair, ask questions about our hair. This is why we can't swim, because we're trying to keep up with your beauty standards out of one side of her mouth. And now the other side of her mouth, she's sitting there going, yes, I'm straightening my hair and it's smooth. It's like, what? Listen, Big Mike, wear an afro. Wear an Angela Davis 1971 afro. I would have more respect for you. Anyway, I digress. She was on some stupid show the other day, some podcast with 3 other rich black ladies, and she's got the braids now. She's got the braids because she's not gonna. I guess she got the memo that we're all like kind of hypocritical, Big Mike, when you talk about beauty standards and whiteness and white people making you straighten your hair. Why is your hair straight? Oh, now she's like, look, I've got the braids back in. So whatever, she's got the braids back in, and she went on this show, and she basically said that black women of means. We really need to stop buying white designers. We need to only buy black designers. Roll that clip.
If I hear of someone whose fashion that I like and I know that they're a person of color, I try to make it a point. But the clothes have to be available. I think we can all do some work to think about that balance in our wardrobes, What does our closet look like, and who's in it? Mm-hmm. Who are we supporting in it?
Right.
And I think if you have the money to buy Chanel, then you have the money to buy everybody.
Right.
And so let us be mindful, I think would be my advice.
Yeah.
I will say this again. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Sydney Sweeney was doing a podcast and she had her gorgeous hair blown out and her tiggle bitties popping and she's just looking fine, and she was like, not only do I have good genes, but I'm only going to be buying from white designers because, we really need to consolidate our power and make sure that we're only, celebrating white designers. Can you effing imagine what would happen? But Big Mike does it, and everyone's like, yes, and the women were like, Yeah. And she's like, if we can buy Chanel, we should be looking to who this designer is. And if they're a white person, off with their heads. And all the little sycophant black ladies are going, Ugh, I can't with these people. I literally can't. Ladies and gentlemen, I have told you about Froya Organics for these many months. And if you have not seen my skin overload these many months, you will even have to say, Angela, I know you're years old, but like your skin is glowing, like legit glowing. And even my husband said, your skin is glowing. What are you doing? I said, I'm using Froya. And then he goes, I want some too. So we started both using Froya Organics, and I cannot recommend it more, you guys. I honestly can't. And I have a promo code for you. If you go to their website, froyaorganics.com, and put in the code AngelaBoxShow, you're going to get $15 off your first order. And what's great is that you can go on the website and you can see the before and after pictures. And it really is quite dramatic. And honestly, I'm going to use this stuff forever and ever. It is all organic. It is made with the Icelandic woman in mind who has to deal with a very harsh climate. So unbelievably nourishing, age reversing, gorgeous stuff, you guys. Can't recommend them more. FroyaOrganics.com/AngelaBoxShow, $15 off your first order. Do it. Okay, and here's another one, you guys. She may not be white, but she is liberal, and as last we can check, she loves her some false eyelashes.
Ladies, I just want y'all to know that this is how y'all be looking when y'all get them big ass eyelashes. I mean, how can you even see? I can't even open my eyes. I can't even see in front of me.
So she's either a really great drag queen or she's our favorite Congresswoman, Representative Ratchet. So Jasmine Crockett, as you know, is running for Senate in Texas because she's that delusional, okay? And instead of like trying to appeal to the middle, because she's got this Democratic nomination wrapped up, it's not like she needs to like really go and do nonsense like this, but she did. Instead of like trying to appeal to the middle or, you know, think about her potential opponents, either Paxton or Wesley Hunt or John Cornyn, like instead of trying to like appeal to the people that may not like them, no, she goes straight to the alphabet people, y'all. She went to some drag show the other night in Houston, which again, if you're an adult and you want to do this stuff, like, I don't really care. But the fact of the matter is, we all know that the pronoun people and the alphabet people have been pushing this lifestyle onto younger and younger people, okay? And until parents put their feet down and said, we're not doing this anymore. I mean, they would have kept going forever. They'd have been like, I think your zygote might be trans. Like, we should start him on some cross-sex hormones. Anyway, she goes to some bar in Houston, embarrassing, my neck of the woods, and she has a conversation with a drag queen named what's the person's name? Let's see here. I actually think it's a funny drag name. And it's like, look, again, I think drag queens are funny. I think they're very funny. And I think they're good for adults, but not for kids. But she's, again, it's not even trying to appeal to just the adults. We know what she's doing here. This lady's called, or this drag queen is called Rachel Bitchface, which I think is kind of funny. But Jasmine Crockett was like, I've always been a supporter of the LGBTQI. And then the drag queen was like, all the letters. Yes, queen, all the letters. Roll the clip.
I was just at my watch party, eating my vegetable dinner. In walks Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Yeah! Jasmine, what do you have to say to the gays in Houston?
I want y'all to know that this isn't a campaign ploy. I want you to understand that you can have a champion and we can still win. I have been a champion for the LGBTQIA community.
All the letters.
All the letters, exactly.
Thank you, that's very important.
That matters.
You better clock it, Miss Crockett.
From the state level to the federal level, and I will continue to be. Even when I launched, most people were like, wait a minute, you got a trans person at your lunch that's going to speak? And I was like, absolutely, because she's a person and she's somebody that I love. I said, at the end of the day, Republicans going to do what they want to do. I got to be who I am. So just know I will always remain true to who I am, and I got your back.
You heard it here, folks. party for us. I love you. I appreciate
it.
We love you.
So yeah, Jasmine is like, I'm gonna tell you what. If a trainee comes up to me and she says, use my correct pronouns, I'm like, yes, sis, I will. Just as long as you vote for me. As long as you vote for me and making sure all your other trainee friends go out and vote for me too. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna beat those white male homophobes. Whatever. She's ugh. At this point, it's just comedy. Okay, you guys, that's where we're going to leave today's video. Please let me know what you think down below. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. And until next time, everybody, keep kicking ass and taking names. And to remember to let thy will be done. Peace.